Hello everybody. The Warriors pulled off their second straight huge comeback. The Warriors pulled out a surprise defense. They had been playing man-to-man defense, but you can tell they're no longer playing man-to-man because look at this player who is guarding him. Kuminga is pointing to Kevon Looney so that he is properly passing off out of the territory of Kuminga land into the Republic of Looney, because yes, the Warriors are now playing a zone defense. Last game, they disrupted things by switching to a box and one, which is a hybrid junk defense where you have a 2-2 zone in the paint and then one rover, but that's clearly not what's happening here. And in the past, the Warriors had played a 2-3 zone, most notably against the Mavericks in the playoffs, and that looks like 3 players across the bottom and 2 at the top, but that's also clearly not the shape here, because we have 2 people on the back line and then across the top we have 3 defenders. So this is a 3-2 zone. Often you play a 3-2 zone to put pressure on these wing areas, and then this man in the middle can often sink down in order to discourage any passes to a big like Plumlee who might sit his butt down in the middle of the paint. Kawhi has wandered into Kuminga land, and JK is always up for the challenge. Kawhi sets up to post him up, and Kuminga decides that he's going to wrestle him for position, and there is some serious hand-to-hand combat going on here. The Clippers reset the ball to the top, better angle to pass into the middle. There's still this life or death arm wrestling happening, but Mason Plumlee here figures Kawhi can out-athlete whoever is guarding him, but JK may be one of the few defenders who can hang with Kawhi's strength. Mid-wrestle, JK reaches up, and a beautiful deflection of this pass. Looney had alertly rotated, 50-50, ball to the Warriors. Things look like they should be under control. The problem seems to be that Lamb makes this very nice cut. It's almost a ghost screen, and it seems to confuse these 2 defenders as to who is guarding Poole. They both feel the rush of the wind. Norman Powell turns and says, "Oh, it must be me that covers him." Terence Mann never realized that Powell was handing off Poole, so that makes him hesitate for a split second. Poole with plenty of space to hit this top of the key 3. Next play down, the Warriors are still in their 3-2 zone. This hole in the paint is irresistible, and Mason Plumlee runs down top speed to try to post up in the middle of it. Good kick out. Now we have the drive by Powell. JK feels stuck between guarding Batum in the corner and Mason Plumlee. Anthony Lamb's dropping down to prevent the pass to Plumlee. Looney's helping on this drive. Kawhi is super open. Looney does bust his butt, and Kawhi attacks the closeout. Plumlee thinks that the Warriors have lost track of him, so he's throwing up the finger saying, "Kawhi, make my dreams come true." Kawhi tosses up the lob, and boom! Beans a small child in the front row. Next time down, the Warriors still seem to be in their 3-2 zone. Plumlee tries to sneak into the soft spot again. It's a little hard to thread this pass through. They try swinging it through the corner. Looney has to come out. Plumlee, in theory, is open, but Lamb does a good job of being the rover, sinking in from that middle position in the 3-2 zone. Mann dribbles across, and there's a completely open shooter at the top of the key, who happens to be Russell Westbrook, and the Warriors have been begging and pleading, "Please, baby, please, shoot that ball." And Russ says, "Cowabunga." Mason Plumlee haikyuing this ball out of the scrum. Norman Powell is now completely open. Anthony Lamb here. There's been this talk about defending the 3-pointers like this just by jumping anyway. Like, you have no physical way of blocking this, but it's like if you're confronted with a mountain lion and in the hills, you're supposed to make yourself as large as possible and just be scary. And I think that's what Lamb tries to do here. And there he goes. Woo! I don't know if there's anything to that theory, but Powell does miss. And now we got a 3-on-2. Donte dishes to Poole. Now, rarely do you have a 3-point celebration by a person still in the middle of the live play. But here, Donte tries to beat the rush. Definitely qualifies as premature. I guess the good thing is that the 3-point celebration had his arms up, so he's more or less ready to try to rebound this. The ball takes this crazy angle bounce. In the meantime, Moses Moody trying for elite level 3-point celebration, the no-look 3-point celebration. but this is all for naught because of the brick. Jordan Poole does not give up on it, and he flies way into the stands. He will fling this ball back into play. Beautiful. JK, alert reaction time to grab this ball. Donte immediately cuts for the basket. A 2-on-1 against Plumlee. Actually, there's a 3-on-1. And he drives in. At the very last second, dishes it to JK. JK does not seem to handle it cleanly. In the meantime, Jordan Poole has left the concession stand and is wandering back into the play. Jordan Poole is fated to make this shot. So let's go straight into a quick celebration audit. Steph Curry doing old man peering posture. GP2 holding up the premature 3, very nice. And I like this, Moses Moody buried on the bench. He tried to go for the big no-look celebration last time, was thwarted. But does he give up? No. This is true dedication. Moody again throws up the 3s. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we can officially certify that Moses Moody has pulled off the first turnaround no-look 3-point celebration. Congratulations, Moses.